The first thing I want to look at is brand identity. Brand identity is more than just a logo or what you call your company name. It's how you make people feel when they encounter your brand. Your brand should encompass everything from your colors, your logo, and it should all be cohesive between your website, your emails, and any type of print material that you have. Trying to figure out your brand identity can be very overwhelming. I'm going to show you 3 easy steps to help you figure out your brand identity. Step 1. I want you to write down 2 words, and these 2 words are going to be how people are going to feel when they encounter your business. As soon as they land on your website, what is it that they're going to feel? Is it going to be a feeling of fun? Is it going to be a feeling of professionalism? Is it going to be a feeling of, I don't know, dark and moody? Whatever it is that you want your business to be, write down those 2 words. The next question that you're going to answer is what kind of company are you? Are you a specialty company that maybe has a photo booth in a Volkswagen camper? Maybe you're a vintage company. Maybe you're an ultra modern company. Whatever it is that you would like to be as a company, I want you to also write down that in 1 or 2 words. The third question I want you to ask yourself is what kind of events you're going to do. And I know you're going to say, we do everything. We do weddings, we do corporate, we do bat mitzvahs or bar mitzvahs. That's not how this works. Photo booths can be applied to all of these, but I want you to really hone in on 1 or 2 of these areas that would best suit you. For example, if you're an event planner already, or maybe you're a wedding planner, then you would be best off to target weddings because this is what you know. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing corporate events, but I'm saying that you should really hone in on that one product to start off with. Once you have your list, I want you to head on over to Pinterest and start a new board called Brand Identity. In this board, you are going to pin a couple of things, but here's how you're going to figure it out. I want you to take 1 word from each category. So let's say how your feel, your company type, and then what kind of events you're going to do. So let's say it's fun, modern, weddings. Type that in, and then when the pictures come into Pinterest, the first one that you see, the first one that really, really attracts your eye to, I want you to pin that one. And I want you to write down in the description what it is that really attracted you to that picture. Repeat this with all the combinations that you have for all of your words, and you should end up with a really nice board. Once your board is complete, I want you to take a look at it because you are going to see some very consistent themes. I guarantee you that the first picture that you selected for each of those word combinations are going to have very common things. It might be color, it might be the aesthetic, it might be the overall feel of the image. I want you to go through your board and then you'll be able to pull out the primary color. I'm going to show you an example of what my board looked like when I was done. You'll see that there is a lot of gold and very modern themes that are going on. And to this day, we still refer back to this when we are doing any type of brand refresh. So from your board, I want you to pull out your primary color, just one. Let's keep it simple. I also want you to pull all of those images together and save them in a file because you are now going to send this off to a designer for them to create your brand identity for you. If you can't afford to have a professional designer do this, there are a couple of options for you now that you have your brand identity board. You can send this off to something like 99 Designs or even Fiverr and have them create something for you. What about a name for your company? This can be kind of hard as well because there's so many options. You call it Snap Click Photo Booth. No, and I'm going to tell you why. You're not going to use the words snap, click, oh snap, anything like that. Smile, cheese. These names are being used. I'm not saying it's a bad option. I'm just saying that there are so many other companies out there that are already using a name like that. And it's not going to help you in any way because it's going to be confusing to people out there if they're trying to Google your name and they're finding like 3 or 4 different photo booth companies that may or may not even be in your area. So I want you to try and keep your name extremely original. You know, if you have a dog you want to use, or maybe you know specifically from your brand identity exercise, something that's consistent in your board. For example, for us, we wanted to be a very modern company, but calling ourselves Modern Photo Booth wasn't an option. So we looked at different alternatives, and taking out the vowels and making it more of an abbreviation really worked for us, and it still does to this day. Whether or not you use the word photo booth is completely up to you. It is helpful for you, obviously, when people are searching your name or doing a keyword search in Google if your name does have the word photo booth, but it will also limit you to that specific business type. But that's okay. It's worked for us really well. For 5 years, we've been Modern Photo Booth Company, and we do much more than just photo booths now. I'd really love to know what you come up with for your photo booth name, so please feel free to drop a comment below and let me know what you came up with. And also maybe if the brand identity exercise worked for you as well. I know it worked really well for us, and I used to use this with my styling clients when I used to do wedding styling back in the day, and this is how I would always help people figure out their wedding style. So it works for photo booths, it works for weddings, and I'm really excited to find out the name of your company.